Hello, welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Cancer weekly money and career reading from July 15th to the 21st, 2024. Cancers, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Cancer weekly money and career, July 15th to the 21st, 2024. Thank you for being here. I hope you are well. Let's see what messages we have, what energies we have for this upcoming week, Cancers. Knight of Wands. Pushing forward, excited. Excited to be part of something. It's a positive energy, yes, and the Magician. So this is something that has been on your mind, that you've been trying to manifest. This is almost like you're very excited that this is finally happening. Nice. Time to do this, Cancer. Time to do this. Time to pull it together, or time to bring this forward. Whether you think you have it or not, or whether you think you have all the resources or all the experience you need, the logistics, whatever it is, it's time to push forward on something that you've been wanting to do, or let's see. Justice. Okay, well, time to make a decision. Or if this is something that you, for example, with this Magician, the Magician is the momentum. It's like time to make it happen. It's everything you've done up to now has brought you to this moment to now begin and bring it in, right? And so it's about trusting yourself, that you've done the work, you've done the process, you've done everything you had to do. Now's time to push forward. Now, you do have the Justice, so maybe now's time to make a decision. Maybe now's the time to accept the decision, right? The Justice is a sort of obligation to do the right thing, an obligation to accept the decision that has been made, whether it's you, the decision that made the decision, or someone else, or another entity, right? It's about doing the right thing. So it's, if you have assessed the situation, right, this is about bringing back balance. Maybe this is something that was not going forward the way you wanted, or maybe these are people that didn't agree with you, or you were waiting for answers on something and having to make a decision, or maybe it's a decision that's made by Justice, by you, by an entity, by your company, by anybody, right? It's about objectively bringing back balance to a situation by making that decision. So sometimes it might be a tough decision, but in finality, it unblocks the situation and it puts everybody back into balance so they can move forward. And it feels like the question or the situation is settled, it's finalized, and now it's about weighing your options and now understanding how you're going to move forward on whatever it is that you've manifested or that you have been wanting to push forward on. And it's almost like the Magician is there to say, okay, it's time to make it happen. But clearly, this cannot happen. It's like you have an idea, or you're inspired, or you're creating something. you have this spark, and this is what you want to do, and this is what you're pushing forward, whether it's a product, your business, a job, a school you want to get into, a program, whatever. You have the spark and you have the excitement and you're excited to do this, but it cannot be done without this decision. Something has to be settled before you push forward, or else it will not push forward. So are you settling a family thing, or are you settling a financial thing, or are you just settling something that, a decision you have to make? Doesn't matter what it is, but there's something that has to be resolved or settled before you can move forward. And you're on the defense, or you're defending yourself, or you're protecting yourself, setting those boundaries. Like, are you agreeing with this decision? Oh, okay, well, you have the Death card. So this is a decision to leave everything behind, or to change, or this decision is going to change completely the narrative or direction, or you're going to have to leave something behind with this decision, and okay, and then you're moving into a new direction. So whatever this is, it's solving the problem, right? But also bringing clarity on the situation, on whoever you need to find clarity on. It's a revelation here. It can be a revelation. Maybe this is something you didn't think of. Maybe this is someone you didn't even know, or a situation you didn't even know of. That is possible with this Ace of Swords, because the truth is coming out. The messages are coming out, or it's becoming very clear what the situation is all about. Not sure what it's all about. I don't know. But I know that you're on the defense, and you're going to have to leave everything behind, or it's the death of a phase. In other words, if you've been trying, for example, to make this happen, to get that job, or to move, or to get into that company, or start your business, or get into that school, whatever, that cannot happen without this decision, or without clarifying this situation. So maybe you need to clarify finances. Maybe you need to clarify the decision that someone made in your family. Maybe you need to clarify your situation as, let's pull some more cards. But it is really pushing you to understand that now you're going to move into something completely different. Yes, take your time, step by step. And with the Temperance, it's just telling me that whatever it is that you're trying to move forward, that you're trying to create, that spark, that creativity, that idea you have, that business, that school, that project, whatever it is, it cannot happen before you resonate with the right people. So maybe you are connecting with the wrong people, and there's truth revealed on those people, whether that be a company, people you want to work with, people you want to start a business with, people you want to partner up with to begin a project, or people you want, I'm seeing a musician sometimes. Every time I see or think of the musician that comes in, it's all about touring the world, but it doesn't have to be that. But for example, maybe you're hearing truths on someone, that might not be reliable. Yes, and we have the Five of Swords, that the battle of the ego that might not be reliable. And so all of a sudden, before you tour the world, or before you begin to start that project with that person, or before you start that job, or before you start building that project, that business, it's important to understand that there's a decision that's going to be made that's going to change everything. But it feels like a revelation. It really does. And it's a revelation for you to understand, with the Temperance, to take your time, to not take rash decisions, to partner up with people, or, fact check, back check everything that all the people you're working with, or the people you want to associate yourself with, or the people, that maybe you think are the best bet to put progress in your career, right? And as much as you believe in this idea, business, project, whatever it is, you have to take your time, and you have to accept, let's pull some more cards, that maybe it's not with these people, that maybe you need to connect with the right people, and that this decision is made, or this obligation, right, whatever it is made for you to perceive things differently, to go in a different direction and associate yourself with other people. With the Temperance. The Temperance is about taking your time, but also allowing things to grow in a slower pace. It's going to be slow. This is not fast paced. And it's slow for you to connect and resonate with the right people, to be in the right context, to be in the right job. In other words, if it's not working, then it's not for you. And that means you're meant to go on to something else that's going to be better, or that's going to be with the right people. And therefore, step by step, you're going to be able to develop your career, your job, your business, your idea, whatever it is that you want to develop there. Yeah, the five of, so this can be finances. This can be a decision on finances, or just you feeling that you were left out, completely left out in the dark, and no one told you. And this is pure revelation to you. Truth is coming out on that person, on the job, on the company, on whatever it is. That's really moving you in a new direction. And now you're going to take your time. You're going to take your time to assess. Page of Wands now. Stepping into a new, fresh idea. So whatever this is, you know, sometimes the universe takes decisions for you if you don't take them. Right? With this Page of Wands. So here you are getting out of this justice, whatever it is, getting out of that, realizing what happened, or realizing what the truth is all about, or finding clarity on a situation that was complicated financially, complicated because they weren't telling you, communicating, they are certainly not, or were certainly not keeping you in the loop regarding a certain situation here. So back to the drawing board, there's a complete new start here, and now it's going to be step by step with the Temperance, allowing it to grow slowly but surely, cannot impose, cannot rush things. This is going to be at a slower pace. And with this Page of Wands, it's like you're entering a new position. You're entering a new job. You're starting a new project, right? Whatever it is, it's a positive sign. It's a positive sign of success now that you cleared the way from this situation. I keep saying situation because I do not know what it is. So this is a good time to now take a risk, but easy does it. Take it slow, not too quick. Ask yourself if you're prepared. Ask yourself if you're ready, you know, for the challenge before you step into it, because it's almost like you've been stung once. You don't want to get stung 2 times, or you thought it was going to happen and then something happened, or you know, whatever it is. Yes, there we go. So this is someone you don't trust, or someone you thought you trusted. These are people that, you know, you thought had your back, or you thought this job was going to happen, or you thought, you know, whatever it is, right? With this Seven of Swords, it's betrayal, but it's also maybe, you know, people lying, or people hiding something, or people getting away with something and you're picking up the slack. And then, you know, finally something's got to give here. Justice comes in. It can be justice, right? Finally people are revealing this and you know, seeing it for what it is. And with the Hangman, this has been stagnating for a while. This has been a situation that has been blocked for a while. Even though you're ready to move forward, that you have everything you need, this is not, it could not move forward like this because of this person, whoever it is, person, entity. Feels like more like a person that has to reveal the truth, or that has to say the truth. Or if they're not saying it, at least it's revealed. Whatever they've done, it is revealed. Interesting. A lot of battles here, a lot of frustration, but it's going to take time, but it will move forward in a slower pace because you're probably going to connect with the right people and then find this new idea. But you're protecting your ground. You're protecting, so I'm hearing you're protecting your freshness. In other words, if you have a great idea, if you were, you know, the one that started this project or started this business or has had this great idea or inspiration, you're protecting your inspiration. In other words, you're standing your ground. You're like, I don't have anything to do with this. I didn't know this was happening. This is still a great idea. I stand my ground. I still want to be part of something, or I still want to develop this, or this is my idea. I'm going to push it forward no matter what. It's okay. It'll go slower. That's fine. I'll back check, fact check, because these people are not worth it anyway, right? So it has been stagnating for a while, and you're accepting now to leave that behind. That's the past. Okay, it's not going to work. Death of a phase. Let's move on now. Move on to something fresh. And I like that because you're conserving this freshness. You're still inspired. You're still curious, right? You're still believing in this dream or creating, you know, you still have a lot of creative restlessness here, really excited about this. In other words, and that's a great thing. This is not killing the vibe. No. So even if it's not cool, it's not killing your creativity and your inspiration on this idea, project, product, business, whatever it is. Comment down below. Let me know what this is all about. But the Hangman being first stagnation, waiting, nothing happening, can't go anywhere. He's upside down, tied. He can't do anything. But he realizes that once he's untied, he has to do things differently and see things from a different perspective and probably work with other people, right? That's what the Hangman is all about. Accepting to do things differently, accepting the help of others, and moving on and letting go. Yes, moving on. Moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. You're moving on to something else, letting go those emotions, letting go the situation. Did not serve you, not going to serve you. Now it's time to move on to something bigger and better. Let's see what you're going to move on to. Well, you do have the Magician, and you do have the Temperance, which tells me it is coming in at a slower pace. You probably have to adapt, take your time, but you're going to grow in this new career or grow in this new idea, just probably with different people and probably in a different way, taking it from a different angle. Yes, there we go. Three of Pentacles, teamwork, building. Here we go. Let's see where this is going. The Devil. Yes, manipulative, tied to these people, not knowing how to get out of there. Well, you are getting out of there. I like that. And you have the Star card, believing, hope. Hope, also hope, because you're moving into a new direction. Now you're finding clarity, or now you're understanding, or now people are finally telling you or revealing what went on or what's going on. So now you can bridge the gap between dream and reality. You're also going to move into something smoother, softer. It's really the calm after the storm, the star, and believing in yourself. And again, you have the Seven of Wands. So this is very protective. You've had to protect your idea. You've had to protect yourself, on the defense, but also standing your ground. I like that. You're not, it's not taking away your creativity. It's not taking away your inspiration and your enthusiasm. You got this, but you have to separate from those ties, from that manipulative energy, because I'm really reading this devil both ways. I'm reading it passion in what you do, inspired in what you do, excited, yet at the same time tied to a company, contracts, a boss, people, a dynamic. They're sort of tied where, it's really hard to get out of that dynamic, probably because people maybe made you believe in something and they didn't deliver, something like that, right? And so now you have to get out of that, and I think you're getting out of that, and you're still inspired. Let's see if we have oh, okay, well, they just popped out. All right, let's see if we have a few messages for the road. You're getting out of this, but now is the time to take your time, though. Yeah, take your time. There you go. Committed, still committed, step by step, planning, strategizing, taking your time. It's going to move forward. Messages coming in. Action forward, sudden action forward, I like, because the truth is coming out. There we go. And you're at the end of that pressure cooker of needing it to come out. What's going on? Why is it not going anywhere? I feel like it's finances, but I don't know, because they're not that many pentacles, but I just feel like this is a situation where maybe someone hit something. We don't have the moon. I don't know, or maybe it's just one person in a team or one person in the dynamic that had to reveal what they did, or why it was stuck, or why it can't happen, or why it's not going anywhere. Well, I think there's a reason there, and I think it's probably one person or a decision that sort of blocked the situation. Well, the justice is going to unblock it, and now it's going to be able to move forward. The pressure is going to alleviate, and you're going to move into something smoother, just step by step. It's not going to be fast track. It's going to be slow, but it is moving forward. Excited, you're celebrating this truth, you're celebrating this clarity, finally getting clarity on this. And this is the second, wow, this is the second reading I'm doing. I just did Leo, and I feel like it was a bit of the same vibe, where there was a big truth coming out, or clarity on a situation, and finally moving forward. This is the second time. Interesting. Maybe you have Leo in your chart. Celebrating, being with the right people, and then the Hermit again, and Leo had the Hermit as well. Interesting. Yes, really understanding that now you have to do things differently, and that you're the one that's going to make your own choices, and you're the one that's going to be able to change the way you see things, or change the way you react, or change the way you work, or the people you work with, right? That's the Hermit is about that introspection. How can I change things? Why did it go wrong? Or why didn't I see this? Or why is this not working for me, right? What do I have to change within? That's what the Hermit is all about. Yes, there's always a lot of people outside, a lot of energies outside. It's not always everybody's fault. There's a lot going on. But we also, whenever things are stagnating, or whenever things are really not going the way we thought they would go, or not serving us, or we're not really understanding, there's not real clarity there, and it's just waiting, and going nowhere, we also have to as much as we have to try to figure out what's going on, we also have to try to reassess who we are, how we're doing things, how we're making decisions, right? And what our purpose is and how we interact with others and make our decisions within our job and our career. And that's what the Hermit is about, right? Looking inwards. Outwards is good, but inwards is just as important, especially when it becomes intricate, complicated, and there's a big shift there with the Death card and the Justice there, you know, where you're really moving on to something completely new. Or if it's not new, it's a complete new way of seeing things, and it's asking you to leave old ways behind. Leave old ways of working, or people you used to work with, or the way you used to work with them, or who your connections, or whatever, right? This is a revelation on how you're going to move forward, how you're refreshed, and how you're not going to go on the same patterns, leaving the patterns behind, or leaving the situation behind, the dynamic, whatever it is you're changing, whatever it is you're shifting. Like I say, put it on the shelf, close the door, turn the key, lock the door, let it be. This is a situation, a job, a journey, a part of your journey that has existed. It's not going anywhere. It's still part of you. It's still part of your journey, except to let it be, right? No rehashing, no resurfacing and saying, oh, but that's the way they used to do it, or that's the way I used to do it before, and that's how it's supposed to be, or that's how we usually do. No. Accept to adapt and go with the changes, change within and change out. Out and in. Both are as important. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and everyone for sharing your energies, for sharing your journeys. Cancers, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Gratitude to each and everyone watching these readings, connecting to these readings. Gratitude to everyone. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.